Hello, I'm here with another video, and I have...
Welcome, boys, we're here for a Storytime. It's Tom's first video that he is actually filming, and he's like the main person.
And if you don't like this idea, it was him, not me.
I said we could do a Storytime because it would be fun.
Yeah, because apparently the kindergarten kids will like it.
The what? Oh my god. Okay, Storytime from school.
So we have two people named G and H.
These aren't their names. We're just saying we don't want to say their names, and so they're like abusing us. We're like making a funny ass joke about it. It's so funny in class, and it all started from like a math class.
Yeah,
or something.
we had math, and Lockie found this like
me.
Yeah, he found a wooden diamond that was like so small. It was like
no,
that
so
big.
I didn't have it. It was actually this kid H who had it. He had it, and he had it like thrown to him by another kid in the class.
Yeah,
another kid, and he threw it to him, and then I pretended that it was like my family heritage like representative thing, and I started being like, "What are you doing, H? Give it, H! Come on, what are you doing?" And then I was like, "Mr. G and H are stealing my stuff." Like, that's not their names, but. And then, like, they're stealing my stuff, and he's like, "Hey, don't steal their stuff." They didn't even ask what it was, because if they asked, they'd be like, "What do you mean it's a diamond?"
and
the funny thing.
And then you pretended it was your family heritage.
Yeah. And then G, he kept stealing, like, rubbers. He just had a bunch of rubbers. He had 2 rubbers in his hand.
He has like 4. He stole other people's rubbers.
He stole other people's rubbers. And I just kept saying that it was mine, so I kept on grabbing it from him, being like, "What are you doing, G? Give it, G, come on, what are you doing? Give it." And then every time I would call him, the teacher up, he would be like, "What are you doing?" He would tell them off and just walk away. But we kept on doing it repetitively because we would just like finish all our work. We would have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And then,
but they won't finish their work. They'll just like, "Gee, he never finishes his work," and he just sits there and he's mucking around with us. And then the teacher comes over and he's like, "All right, G, what have you been doing?"
yeah, he had to do like a whole essay in like a day. He didn't even like do one paragraph. But we had finished our stuff. I got 11 reads on a story, bro. 11 reads. Tyron got 12. Because I read it for him a bunch of times because he felt bad.
Anyway, and they kept on taking Lockie's pencils
and then so what Tyron did was I would grab it back from him. I would like snatch it off him, like no. So I would grab it, I would give it to, and then Tyron would take it, or I would give it to Tyron, and then Tyron would give it to him or put it on the seat, and I'd be like, "What are you doing with this? What? Explain this. How to explain this?" And I would get so mad at him. At G and H, it was mainly G. H didn't do much. He was just there. He was just sitting next to him. And then one time, it was like the diamond, not the rubber, the diamond. And you can explain this. You put it on the seat. Explain this thing.
Yeah, so the diamond, as you all know, or you should, otherwise you're really dumb.
Disrespectful.
A diamond is pointy.
Yes, I think we know that.
It's not circular. And we put the diamond on a seat that G was sitting on. Well, he wasn't sitting on it. He got up when we put the diamond.
He got up, we distracted him, and then we put it on there, and then he sat down, and he hurt so bad. He was like, "Oh." he's like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah,
and there was a little hole in there.
He sat down straight away. He's like, "Hop it up."
Because we couldn't just put it there. There was like a hole that we wedged it in. I don't know how Karen did it, but it was something like that.
Yeah. The seat had holes in it for some reason.
And then let me think of another bit that happened in that time. Oh, yeah, G, he always fell off his chair. He would lean on the back, like he would lean on the back of the
So his table's like here, and then he would be
back,
here,
like,
and the wall's like back
and
here.
then he would fall over, like he would go so far back that he was like all the way like this, and then sometimes he would just fall. It would be the funniest thing.
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing, and
because this was the table. Oh no, this was the table and the wall at the same time. Yeah. So here's the table. Here's G. He's here, and the wall is over here. And he leans
leans
back, and then the
so
chair
far.
just falls down, and he hurts
And then
himself.
one time H just kept on, when he was leaning back, he kept on banging the chair to the side so that then he would lose balance, he would fall over, and
he
the teacher
pulled the
would be
chair
like,
out from under him.
Jay, what are you doing? Or G, whatever his code name is, we would be like, what are you doing? And then we would just be sitting, we would put our heads under the desk laughing our absolute heads off.
Yeah.
It was actually so funny. And that's what we've been doing for like the past 4 days. It's actually been super funny. But what are the stories?
Once we almost, I think you got in trouble, but we had this other guy named L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he would mind with his name, but we're not going to say it. He has the same name as me.
And he's just so funny,
He's
and
just
he was
super
making
funny.
us laugh so much. And when our teacher said he was like waiting for us, but Lockie and I were still laughing our faces off. And then Lockie,
And so I want to explain this bit. I really
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
explain
yeah.
this bit. So he was still annoying us. He already had a detention on his strike thing, and he was just annoying us. So he didn't care. He didn't think he would get a second strike. He didn't. And then I was laughing. I wiped the mouth off my face and I went like this. And Torrin continued to laugh, put his head off to the side, and then so I get a detention strike on my name. Torrin doesn't. It was
because the teacher was here, and I was just like laughing my face off like this, and then L starts just pointing at my face, and I didn't even get in trouble.
And then he comes to me because I was like actually really annoyed because I didn't really do math wrong. And then he was like, he usually doesn't do this, but he was like, oh, please don't give him a strike. I was doing it all. And then I'm like, yes, Lockie, good. And then he's like, well, if he wasn't doing anything,
The teacher said,
Yeah.
well, if he wasn't doing anything, you could have a double detention.
and he's like, oh no, he was doing so much. Give him a detention. And then I was like, oh, he's actually gonna get a double detention. He's like, nah, he was doing everything wrong. And then I was like, bro. And then I was like, I got out of detention somehow. I can't remember why, because I was really annoyed. And then I just said I wasn't doing anything, so I got out of detention. Haven't got out of detention since. Your boy's clean. I don't think we have any more stories, do we?
Not that I can think of, unless we think of some off camera. We'll sign out for now, and if we think of any of this video, it's not actually going to end.
What do you mean? The video's ending.
We'll just pause it.
We've got a solid 7:45 on, but if we think of any more stories, we'll be back.
So yeah, we can't think of any more stories because our life is boring.
But yeah, those are two funny stories, boy. Shout out Tozza. He's done his first bid. Maybe a second coming. Any outro? He had to think of like 5 minutes for his intro.
Yeah, so my intro was hello, so my outro is hello.